Anyway, cut. No, betting on sports. This is like my third try at coming back to this.
I won't digress anymore.
Oh, no, it's cool. It's cool. That's what makes us us. What makes them different makes them great.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, so you peanut butter and I'm jelly?
What bounces off of you sticks to me? No, that's rubber and glue.
Is this our podcast or is this Botchamania? Alright, so...
I am kind of tired and I don't know the fuck.
I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, man. You're tired? I worked a night shift last night.
I was going to say, yeah. Fuck, man. I'm the one with 8 hours of sleep over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the DVD podcast.
Dan versus D.
Dan versus D. Initials DVD, as in DVD player. I'm your player. D with 2 E's with the D.
With an A-N.
Bingo. So, we've been away for a while. But
always in your hearts.
We weren't arrested. We weren't in trouble. We weren't evicted from apartments or anything. Once again, life got in the way. I know we are probably tired of us doing like these sporadic releases, but hey, one podcast a month is better than 0 podcasts per month. So I think our average is okay. So we're at least consistent. We've been on the beach, we went on vacation. We've had work stuff. We've been, trying to stack our dough up, trying to get our money up because we're trying to chase the American dream.
The way I think of it is, if you're not gonna produce a product often, if you're not gonna have breadth, then you need to have depth. So we really try here to have ultra high quality content for you instead of the lame half-assed bullshit that you're normally used to.
Well, either that or we're just trying to tanks until we get enough quality talent for our show.
I think that's what it is. I think clearly this podcast is a real life process.
Yeah, shout out to the great prophet Sam Hankey.
Wherein we're gonna spend 5 years producing really shitty podcasts, and then I guess at the end of it'll be good. Yeah, is that the goal?
Well, the goal is to just we're still just trying to get our feet wet and this stuff, and then just have a more consistent schedule too. Maybe in the future, we could do something over Skype or something, and recording that. Doing a live feed by that, and then we can do something weekly. But we're still trying to get iron out the kinks in this. So we're still novices at this, but hey, it's fun. I love doing it, and for all the 2 listeners out there, hey, we appreciate you. Maybe you've grown to 3. Who knows?
Now, I'm a big proponent of learn as you go.
Yeah, it's like a rookie quarterback. Sometimes, hey, learning under a terrible quarterback is not going to teach him anything. Yeah, teach you how to not to be a quarterback. Just throw him in there and just see what he does. Unless it's a terrible offensive line, then he gets crumbled.
Then he gets David Carr.
Oh my God.
We're the official podcast of David Carr.
I still haven't forgiven the Texans for just having just the most poorest offensive line I've ever seen from an expansion team.
I want to show you something because I burst out laughing when I saw this in the grocery store.
Okay, so
I might need you to temporarily stall while I'm on Google.
Okay. So I guess I'm stalling and
what's something that we can burn through real quick?
Okay. I got one.
Okay.
I got a story.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I actually thought about this on the drive here to the city. And I remember the time when I lost a bet. I lost a sports bet, and if you've been paying attention, I guess particularly like the first hey Kitty, hey, how you doing? The first episode, maybe it was the second one. What is that? Is that the image?
No, that is not what I intended to show you.
Apparently, we're digressing for a moment right now because Dan just Googled. I think he's typing in Pillsbury Doughboy, and apparently it's like the Doughboy has like a 5 o'clock shadow, smoking a cigar, got 2 pistols, and he's got like 2 like jackets of like ammunition. Like, this Pillsbury Doughboy is hardcore right now.
He's literally an action hero. What the fuck?
Dude, he's like Duke Nukem meets Doughboy. So, I'm in high school. So, me and this guy make this bet, right? And this was when it was like the first matchup of that season. This is basketball between Carolina and Duke. And, you know, Carolina and Duke is... It's like East Coast, West Coast. Like that type of animosity without the death. And we shook hands to make like a bet. And the loser, like whoever's team lost, would have to wear the shirt, the winning team shirt provided by the winning party. Guess who lost? We lost by 3 points. I lost. And the next day, I had for the whole 8 hour school day, had to wear a stupid, god-awful Duke shirt. Now...
Oh.
Yeah.
I missed the part where it was Duke.
Oh, yeah.
You poor man.
Well, the thing about it is, I didn't mind, like, initially it's like, oh, crap, what did I get myself into? But once I just kept my mind off of the fact that it was a Duke shirt and just pretended and just said, like, just treat it just as any other shirt that's keeping me from being naked, it helped me mentally get through that day.
It didn't like sear your flesh.
Yeah, it didn't like contour to my flesh. It didn't make me spontaneously combust or anything like that. It was just a shirt. It was just, but when you know the slogan, whatever you do, don't look down. I look down and I see that trail of Duke blue. I'm like, oh my god. And I had never made like a bet like that ever again because of that. I had never made a bet like that. It was amusing because like people got like I did like some stuff like that to kind of just amuse, like to make things more exciting because I didn't want to be boring. I think, but it kind of cost it at the expense of my sanity for a little bit, and that gave me like maybe like nightmares for like a day or so.
Funny story.
But yeah, that's the one time I lost a bet and like wore a Duke shirt and scarily got a little comfortable in it because of it being like a shirt.
Ouch.
I
never bet on sports until this week, actually.
You bet on sports?
More on that right after this.
Do 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 do.
And we're back. So, fantasy football started.
Big ups.
And we did our draft. D is in my friends and family league with me. My girlfriend Amanda is also in the league. And week 1 we're matched up against each other.
Oh.
So it's already gotten real controversial because we made a wager.
Oh no.
A nice wholesome wager. We wagered that basically for this week 1 matchup, loser cooks the winner a home-cooked dinner. So, you know, that's fine. I'm sure I enjoy cooking, so it's not really like... It's not wearing a Duke shirt, or I guess for me it'd be like wearing a Yankees shirt.
That would have been awesome, man.
But...
you would have died.
Would have died. Would have literally burned my skin off now.
Yeah.
No. Love you, Yankees fans. I have nothing against you.
No, you should no. But I mean, at least like the Yankees are somewhat good this year. What would have been the ultimate insult? You wearing a Jets jersey?
Right? Yeah. No dumpster fire Jets. But it's already gotten controversial because the other night Kareem Hunt went off against the Patriots.
Don't remind me. Oh my God, I hate that name already.
Well, I kind of love it because Amanda drafted Kareem Hunt on my advice, but then also benched him on my advice because I didn't know. I wasn't trying to collude. I was not trying to cheat by giving her bad advice on purpose.
That's about tore his ACL. Who else are we gonna hand the ball to?
I didn't know he tore his ACL. I thought he was still in their backfield.
Oh God, no.
So fail on my part, I guess / win. Because those beautiful 41 points or whatever he had are just sitting on Amanda's bench, and she is so pissed at me. And it is great. Like, I'm going to hear about this all year now, and it is fantastic. This is exactly this is like sports Mario Party. We're gonna have a slightly different format this time around. Not different so much as slightly more structured.
Oh yeah,
as opposed to. Hopefully, this will lead to less editing and maybe faster episode turnarounds. Because I will admit, it took me probably 2 weeks to edit the last one, from about an hour and a half down to about 40 minutes.
But still, though, that last one was classic, man.
I'm proud of what came out, but it was a lot of work. So hopefully this will help us keep things on the rails a little bit more and off the rails when we want to be.
You got it.
So we're here, and I figure we would kind of open the show with a little bit of summary of what's in the news this week in the sports world, and I guess without the sports world, because it's kind of hard to avoid what's going on outside the sports world with all the crazy weather things that have been going on. But
well, big thing. Those in Florida getting ready to brace for, I guess, one of the biggest hurricanes. Is like what they hit
ever
hit the U.S. Hoping you guys stay safe. Got a good evacuation plan. And not take this stuff lightly, because we don't want anybody to be hurt, injured. We don't want any. We want little to like no mortality rates on this. I just say be careful, and for those who believe in prayer, our prayers with you. If you don't, then the thoughts will be with you. So, or we can do a combination of both thoughts and prayers to everyone in Florida and any of the subsequent areas that are going to be in the path of Hurricane Irma. The Caribbeans, thoughts and prayers out to you guys. Thoughts and prayers to the families in the areas affected by Hurricane Harvey in Texas. Just hoping you guys can just recover from that and just keep your spirits up.
So for the rest of the show, we will try our best to just be comic relief, a diversion, a distraction.
Go back to our MO.
We're pretty good at doing that, so we'll do our best.
Yo, is this the thing that you pulled up?
No, this is not.
But man, that's looking delicious. I'm looking at like Pillsbury like minis that look like mini like not fruit cups. Dang, fruit. Chocolate peanut butter cups.
I'm on Pillsbury.com right now because I'm trying to find this thing that I saw in the grocery store.
Man, are you trying to tempt me? Are you trying to get me obese just from looking at this stuff, man? I've recently lost some weight. I ain't trying to gain all that back. I just now started like drinking sodas again, and I'm trying to do that at an alarming rate again. And you're sending me bread stuff? Look, man, let me get that stuff on your computer.
Hey, check this out. First comment from Darkest-1 Cool Cat.
Oh wow, Darkest? It's like someone Oh my gosh.
For many years, I have made fruitcakes using your great recipe on the box of Date Quick Bread, my basic recipe, and then I add a few additional items. For the past 2 years, none of the grocery stores in my city had your date bread, so I had to substitute your nut bread, eating your nuts for a snack, and using my nuts for my cake. What? Do you still make your date bread?
Lord
Will
have
it be
mercy.
possible for one of my grocery stores to order 6 boxes of date bread for me pronto?
Pronto.
This year I can't even find the nut bread at any store. What is going on? Help! You can find Pillsbury Date Quick Bread at Amazon.com. Anyway,
Wow.
oh my god, I'm so sorry. This is so off the rail. I saw something very funny that was Pillsbury related in the store, and I'm pissed off that I didn't take a picture of it because I assumed I could find a picture on the internet easily enough to tell you about. Okay, so I'm just going to describe it, and then I'm actually going to send an email to Pillsbury asking them why it's not on their website.
Okay.
I will literally email Pillsbury and be like, why the fuck aren't your goddamn football cookies on the website? Anyway.
Oh, football cookies.
So, I was in the grocery store earlier, and I was walking by, and it was one of those end cap freezer units where they have like milk and cookies,
Cinnamon buns.
and all that stuff. And I kind of squinted, and it caught my eye, and I looked over, and it said Pillsbury football, and I was like, ooh. And I walked over, and it's a picture. So it's a football shaped cookie. Okay, whatever. Pillsbury, I'm sure, has done that a million times. But it's the art on the box that I want to call attention to. It literally is a picture of the Pillsbury Doughboy in a football jersey diving to make almost an Odell Beckham Jr.-esque catch. Just barely crossing the plane into the end zone. And I just looked at it and then just started laughing in the middle of the grocery store.
Did he have like the blonde hair? The middle blonde hair?
No, the thing is, it was just entirely normal Pillsbury Doughboy, except he had a football jersey. He may have had a football helmet on too, I can't remember, but it was definitely in a football jersey. And I have so many questions about this. Like, is there like a Pillsbury Doughboy football league? Is he one of a species, or is he like a one-of-his-kind creature? Is it a mini-sized Pillsbury Doughboy playing NFL football? Could he catch a football? Is he just like gooey and squishy and delicious enough that he could just kind of have the football bounce off of him?
Yo, he would be an awesome football player because he could never get injured. Like, even if he gets smushed, all you have to do is just mold him back.
Right, yeah, you just grab the rolling pin and some gloves and he's right back to normal.
I think you're putting way too much philosophical thought into this.
I just saw it, and it's something in my brain like broke a little bit.
I thought maybe he was just one of a kind. I didn't know if there was like a whole species of him.
For real, I'm serious.
Would it be like a Tom Brady Pillsbury Doughboy like throwing it like, and there's like a Roger Goodell like Pillsbury Doughboy like trying to lay the Deflategate sentence on him and stuff.
In a suit with a bunch of boxes of pizza that he won't let anybody eat.
Oh.
That story where Goodell, they were in a meeting and they had pizza ordered and Goodell wouldn't let anyone eat pizza until he did, and he just sat there and the pizza got cold.
That's savage. Why would you let the pizza get cold, man? That's like the ultimate sin for like pizza delivery.
That's the real reason I hate Roger Goodell.
If I was gonna eat frozen pizza, I would eat like out of the box of the journal. I wouldn't recommend that because I think that could probably kill you. But if I want frozen pizza, I would start out with frozen pizza and then like cook it at my pace. You don't like public service announcement. If you order pizza, don't let the pizza get cold.
It's not fair. It's not bad. Like, I'll eat lukewarm pizza hours later.
I can't, man. I gotta have my pizza hot, man.
It's gotta be piping hot.
Not piping hot. It's gotta be at least like the cheese is melted and like it's hot to the taste. I like if I catch like a cold spot, it kind of turns me off, man.
Really?
Yeah, I don't eat cold pizza.
See, the weird thing is, I fucking hated cold pizza when I was younger. I despised it.
I hate it then. I hate it now.
My sister used to always eat cold pizza, and I thought it was the most disgusting thing I could possibly imagine. But I have been eating it a lot more recently, and I do actually enjoy it. And it is partly laziness, I'm gonna be honest.
A friend of mine though, put some crushed red pepper on cold pizza and ate it, and kind of gave like a heating sensation. So
yeah.
So yeah, it's a way to have hot pizza without microwaving it or cooking in an oven.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's actually pretty clever.
We sort of had a mildly recurring topic where we were mocking Danny Ainge for not seeming pathologically incapable of making trades. Let's just be honest. We're just always going to be a month behind the news.
Pretty much, but he in a blockbuster trade traded Isaiah Thomas. Who was the Crowder? Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder.
Some like third string center that no one really knows, and I think in the net, like the pick that they got from the Nets for like the next year's like first round pick that might be at least like top 5 for Kyrie Irving from the Cleveland Cavaliers. You as a Celtics fan. I'm a Celtics fan by trade because, since I'm a Patriot fan, hey, might as well root for the other Boston teams. And I kind of do like Boston. I'm a Braves fan. But you as a fellow Celtic fan, what are your thoughts on the trade?
The third player, by the way, was Ante Zizic, who is if I remember correctly, kind of a young project player who, is a remote possibility he could turn into something, but
Zaza
he's
Pachulia.
Not really a known quantity.
Zaza Pachulia, dang.
Here's my Celtics fan feels dumb.
Celtic pride.
It's a weird kind of emotional place to be because we spent 2 years really bonding with Isaiah Thomas and really forging kind of a connection with him.
Mighty Mouse? Yeah, I love Mighty Mouse.
And he's a real entertaining guy and just a whole lot of fun, and
I think Kyrie Irving's a different beast, though.
He kind of you got the sense that he was kind of the emotional center of the team too. At least I kind of got that vibe. That's not really any sort of scientific analysis.
What Kelly Olynyk? He helped win y'all that Game 7 against Washington. You can believe it.
Is this an appropriate time for a scrappy white guy joke?
It's always time for that, man.
That literally was the joke. Scrappy white guy.
Hey, I embrace scrappy Caucasian males. Yeah, I'm being politically correct. Yeah.
Give me a hug, buddy. Give me a hug.
Give me a hug, buddy.
You just embraced a scrappy Caucasian. I am still excited about it because
it's Kyrie Irving, man.
You've got kind of a new look roster coming in, and it's going to be a starting lineup of Irving, Horford, Gordon Hayward.
Gordon?
Got some talented guys on the bench. I mean, there's Jaylen Brown and I'm blanking on the other guy's name.
Tatum.
Yeah, the draft pick from this year. Yeah, that they traded down to get instead of Markelle Fultz.
Jason Tatum, not Channing Tatum.
So, I think unfortunately this is gonna take the joke that This is going to take the joke that he's Sam Hinkie in a Danny Ainge mask, and I think permanently lay it to rest.
Yeah, well, yeah,
absolutely. Our boy Sam never did trade for a decent starting NBA player.
Yeah, but he did collect the assets for them to have the chips to deal to make that type of trade.
We started to discuss it before the show, and I was kind of like, we should save our bullets. But what I was kind of saying is it's a little bit weird on its face because it's two teams swapping very, very similar players, and they're teams that are directly competing with each other. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that part of it is that Kyrie forced their hand by asking for a trade because I guess his relationship with LeBron kind of soured during the year. But
he wanted to be the man.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. That he probably resented the idea that he needed LeBron to be successful,
Shoot.
which.
You saw what happened. You saw what happened back in the day with the Charlotte Hornets. Grandma Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning played on the same team, and they both went to Larry Johnson went to New York, Alonzo Mourning went to the Heat.
I remember that.
So
yeah.
they couldn't coexist because they wanted to be the man.
I mean, probably the greatest example is the Kobe and Shaq breakup.
Ooh.
Because they couldn't coexist.
But dang, though, they won
in spite of all their success.
But dang, though, they won 3-4 straight championships. They won 3 championships in a row.
I really do think the Pistons series did a lot to undo all of that too. I'm sure, and also, I mean, the Kobe Bryant rape trial, which everyone seems to have conveniently forgotten about.
All he had to do was just change his number and win a couple more championships.
Yep.
It's that simple.
It's amazing how fast people forget.
That's what Daniel Tosh, the comedian, says. Yeah, all he had to do was just change his number, win a championship, and hey, they love him again.
And Ben Roethlisberger didn't even have to change his number.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Wow.
Where else can you get such scintillating analysis of the Boston Celtics?
For me, I think the trade is good because I think he's probably like a better passer. He has more experience in the big games because people tend to forget that. Remember the year when they did beat Golden State for the championship? There was a couple games in which LeBron had 40, but he needed help. What got him over the hump was, hey, another guy adding 40 points of his own. And that was Kyrie Irving. So I'm thinking that, I guess it depends on how he interacts with this team. But I think he has that potential to be able to get those types of points, keep his team involved. Plus, I think he might shoot I think he probably shoots a better 3-ball maybe.
I guess a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely not going to be sitting here on NBA Reference or whatever. So
yeah,
but
he's a bigger name and he has a championship experience.
The other thing is he's younger, and he has an extra year on that contract. If I remember right, we're going into Isaiah's contract year, whereas Kyrie has 2 more years on his contract.
I'm surprised when they said Kyrie Irving was 25.
Yeah, he doesn't seem. He looks older than that.
Well, he's been in the league at least 7 years because he left after freshman year of Duke.
Yeah.
He had a turf toe that sidelined him most of that season.
Yeah.
And he still got drafted at number 1 overall.
But he's interesting too because
it was more of a business. I think it was a business move more so.
Yeah. But the other thing is that Isaiah really can't play defense. And they say
Kyrie can't play defense. He can play better defense.
He can play better defense. And at times, I definitely felt like in the finals where they beat the Warriors, that him and Kevin Love and kind of everybody on that team really seemed to focus a lot more on the defensive end. Maybe not focus is the wrong word, but because I'm talking about professional athletes here, but but they kicked it into another gear that I didn't, especially Kyrie, that I didn't think he had.
Yeah.
And, that's still in there, Mm-hmm. There's definitely a lot more room for him to develop than Isaiah, who's 28, and, at the end of his next contract is going to be 33, 34, and probably on his way out of the league. And so if you're Danny Ainge, it lets you kind of put that decision off for another year. You don't have to worry about paying your best scorer next offseason. You can wait another year after that.
Yeah.
Which, at that point, who the hell knows what's happened at that point? LeBron could be playing basketball on the moon. Who knows?
He would do that, wouldn't he?
What if LeBron just started his own competing basketball league?
I mean, we're for Ice Cube.
I almost feel like there'd be a contingent of people that would go and just be like, yeah, I want to play with LeBron. I doubt that.
The qualities of having a good name. But but
Anyway, I'm
I
sorry.
think it was a business decision, and I think they may saw a little bit more upside with Kyrie Irving. I like it. I guess I worry about like how they're gonna mesh well because they did kind of gut their team some crucial parts that made them like a good contender last year. Um, I don't want them going the way like the Patriots did on week one a couple days ago when we got all this offensive firepower in name value on the list, and then it just doesn't it's like it mesh well and we lose 42-27.
Yeah.
Yeah, so chemistry is the biggest thing because just ask the Eagles back in 2008, the dream team, quote unquote.
Vince Young.
Oh my gosh, Vince Young, man. But yeah, I think time will tell.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. But I'm just glad like a flipping blockbuster just. A bombshell of a trade just dropped like that, and I was like at work checking my phone. I was like, "Oh wow, really?"
It's just a weird one too, because like
See him in that Shamrock
like I said,
green?
it's like it's not often you have like the Red Sox and Yankees never trade with each other, and like other rival franchises you usually don't trade. Not that the Celtics and the Cavs are like historical rivals
That
per
would be
se,
like,
but
would it be like trading like a young Michael Jordan for Isaiah Thomas? Oh, wait a minute. The first Isaiah Thomas, like
I can't think.
Zeke, like from the Bad Boy Pistons.
I can't think
Gosh,
of
that's
a good,
confusing. Isaiah Thomas. Oh my gosh.
I can't think of a good analog for it, but yeah, it's a crazy one. Anyways, we should spin the tires here.
It'd be like if you like traded Barkley for Ewing. Actually, well, I think Ewing is a better player. One was a 4, one was a center. So, yeah. Anyway,
Barles Sharkley.
Barkley, Shelton, Jen Guyton. Danny Ainge, good. Okay, next.
Football.
Are you ready for some football? A Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday party! And Thanksgiving, Christmas!
You open wide, because you're going to have some football shoveled in whether you like it or not.
I love football, man. Football. I mean, like, on our rundown list, like, I had Dan put football in all caps, man. Because football is, like, that important to me, man. And, of course, my favorite team, and his favorite team, the New England Patriots. Preseason's over. Regular season's underway. Patriots lost because no offensive chemistry, and the defense was as porous as Swiss cheese. Yay! Giving up yards to Tyreek Hill and Kareem Hunt, and making Alex Smith look like the second coming of Steve Young. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about that. Like,
I have been for a long time a proponent that Alex Smith is better than people think he is.
Well, he is.
Because I think
he just has bad luck. He had bad luck with the Kaepernick stuff, really.
Yeah, and I don't want that. I don't want to make Kaepernick is an entirely different story that I don't think are going to get to today, but
all I gotta say is Scott Tolzien is starting week 1 while Kaepernick is out of a job. Make of that as you will.
Yeah, other than to say it's total bullshit.
Sorry.
No.
I'm just still mad about Kaepernick just not having a job because like he's standing or kneeling for what he believes in.
It works both ways. Corporations never ever ever make political stances, right? They'll absolutely behind your back give money to Republican politicians, but they will never ever ever publicly make any sort of political statement because they believe in strict neutrality while giving money to Republican politicians.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it works both ways because Kaepernick has been in the news for like a year now for what, I think are good reasons. His heart is in the right place, and he's standing standing up for what he believes in.
But why does he not at least have like a backup job?
Doesn't matter.
Like, we have Ryan Mallett as the backup for the Ravens, and if Joe Flacco's back is not like 100%. And if he goes down, they're going to have to subject themselves as a team and their fans to terrible football. The whole Jacksonville quarterback roster right now cannot outplay Kaepernick, man. I mean, come on, they pretty much all but gave up on I almost said Blaine Gabbert. Well, they did give up on Blaine Gabbert, but
who wouldn't?
Dang. He's starting to become more relevant now. I forgot his name. What was his name? Their starting quarterback, right? Blake Bortles. There we go. Blake Bortles. I almost forgot his name because he's because of how much of an afterthought he is to his own team. Chad Henne.
Done in by a scrubby name.
Chad Henne, like a decade journeyman. How is he still on the roster? How is he still on an NFL team?
Joe Webb is in the NFL still.
Well, I love Joe Webb though. He at least played in a playoff game. How many playoff games has Chad Henne played in? How many playoff games has Blake Bortles played in? How many playoff games Scott Tolzien played in?
My favorite thing about Blake Bortles is that he looks like an old man.
I like the alliteration in his name.
He's like 25. He's like Kyrie Irving's age, and yet he looks like he's like 40. He looks like
Ben
he's
Roethlisberger.
He looks like he's already coaching like a high school football coach who's clearly over the hill.
Let's do some things like here. Like let's do like some before week one, with the exception of the Patriots. Your week one before week one superlatives. Who's gonna surprise? Which team's gonna surprise us the most in terms of success?
Kansas City.
That's a possibility.
Honestly, that probably would have been the team I would have picked even before Thursday night because
that speed just made the Patriots look silly and mismatched. Like I commend right now I'm a little bit upset with you, Kareem Hunt, but that's his name, right?
Yeah,
Kareem Hunt. But I am proud of you. Your first and ever welcome to the NFL touch was a fumble. And instead of you getting discouraged, you stayed with it and got over 200 yards from scrimmage, and basically became the MVP for that game. You got some big big things ahead of you, kid. Just keep it up, stay humble, and keep playing within yourself. And Tyreek Hill, just keep being like a flipping burner, because man, you just got like speed that can't really be matched. So you going with Kansas City? You're gonna be your biggest, surprise success story.
And I wanna touch on Alex Smith for a second, because I think, and I've always felt that there's always been sort of a bias against weak-armed quarterbacks. And, I mean, Brady's kind of the king of the weak-armed quarterbacks, even though he developed a fastball as the years went on, but...
Yeah, but, man, he made a career off of, those dipping dunks and stuff.
His arm strength is starting to go now, as he's kind of coming down out of his athletic peak, and he's found a way to make it work. And not that Alex Smith is Tom Brady, but he's always been just kind of respectable the whole time, and there's room for that in the league too, where
Still
again
staying in the league,
Scott
making money.
Tolzien is a starter, and
how?
But it's like,
can he be like a meme? Scott Tolzien.
It sounds like a made up name.
Scott Tolzien's got your green.
He clearly doesn't.
Like, he's got your green.
He is green.
Well, yeah, he's green on the football field, and while he's extorting the Colts for money because from his bad play.
You have be scammed and you want your money back.
Call in the great prophet Sam Hinkie. I'm gonna love that, man.
No, but I think how many strong-armed quarterbacks have you seen come into the NFL who are drafted entirely because they have strong arms and are completely incapable of like hitting a receiver in his hands?
Mm.
You know what I mean? They throw, the ball's down here, the ball's up here, the ball's over here. It's never on target where it needs to be. And they can get it there real fast, but they can't get it there accurately.
It's called being in the Canadian Football League.
And
or the AFL.
Yeah. And I mean, like...
anywhere but the NFL.
Those guys are a dime a dozen, and they never seem to last long. Some of them do. Some of them are that good. Aaron Rodgers, etc. But, and Cam, Cam has made a career of it. Cam is not known as being, like, the craziest accurate guy in the world. But he gets it done, and they were smart, and they put big receivers around him, and...
I think he's going to be doing more of like a dip and dunk system right now until that shoulder heals up.
He's also just a force of nature who cannot be denied. We love Cam.
Yeah. But man, he'd be taking some shots that the referees don't give him the referees that if Brady took one of those shots, they would throw like 5 flags. Yep. But
if Brady took 5 shots, if Brady took a shot like that, they would have the cops come onto the field and arrest the guy. They wouldn't even penalize the team anymore. They would just have the guy thrown in jail.
They would like get the rule book and like change it right on in the middle of the field.
A headshot to Tom Brady will result in summary execution.
They will basically make it an they'll do the whole targeting thing and like the targeting ejection rule from college football. They would implement that in the NFL.
It's like back in the day, breathe near Kobe Bryant, foul.
I'm still thinking about your running joke of Kobe Bryant and his shooting motion, smacking what was it like? It wasn't Ginobili. It was like somebody in the face.
It was Ginobili. He did it again with somebody else, and I can't remember who the second guy was.
Dang. At least it's not Draymond Green kicking people in the sack. But
I miss that. I already miss Draymond Green's nut shots.
Well, was it like an app game or something inspired by that?
What?
I think so. No, I think that was a Flash game. It was a Flash game.
Wow.
Like our friend Luke told me about that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. My biggest surprise in terms of success, it's going to be Christian McCaffrey. Like it's going to be a draw. It's going to be a draw between Christian McCaffrey and Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is only going to get even better than last year, if that's even possible. I really do believe in the guy. Like he is. Hopefully he keeps. Hopefully he doesn't become too much of a celebrity quarterback because that's what comes with the territory of being a success. But
especially the team that he plays for.
Oh man, everything is bigger in Texas, man. Especially with Jerry Jones willing and dealing. But I think he's not going. I think people are thinking he's just gonna like be knocked down like a peg or two, like have a sophomore slump. But I really don't think. I think he's gonna like continue that level or even like maximize that level even more. I just think that their offense is just gonna keep chugging along. Plus, he's still got Jason Witten, got Dez Bryant. Of course, it doesn't hurt to have Zeke, that great offensive line. Plus, this guy Rico Gathers. I'll look out for him. He was making some noise in the preseason. He was a converted basketball player from Baylor. I think it was Baylor. So he's playing tight end, and I think he secured a roster spot. Plus, they got
anytime you hear a converted basketball player play tight end, we're all just like
Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates did that.
Plus, they got this guy named I forgot his first name, but Switzer. He played for Carolina.
Barry Switzer.
I wonder if there's a relation to that. But this is a guy named Switzer. He played for University of North Carolina football. You don't really think of Carolina first when it comes to football, but he actually was really good and all-purpose, getting all-purpose yards, return game, being in the slot as a receiver, kind of like Christian McCaffrey in a way.
Yeah.
But not with the big name quality like that. I really think McCaffrey is going to take that pressure off of Cam Newton. It's going to add dimension that Panthers been needing for so long because it seemed like they had two main plays. Like, hey, let's run with Jonathan Stewart and let's throw the deep ball. They didn't have anything in between. And I think they were really missing like a receiving running back for check downs to get it out of your hands quick to avoid taking big hits, or just like when everything else is covered, having like that type of safety valve as a pass catcher. And I really think, of course, nothing can derail an aspiring NFL player more than injuries. So hopefully, him staying, can he hold up for 16 games? That type of NFL hits and stuff, and can he grasp like the speed of the game? But I really think that he is going to wow some people and do a lot better than people expect. I'm expecting him to take Jonathan Stewart's job.
Yeah, I think he's going to, because we all kind of wondered all this time these last few years, like how long Jay Stu is going to hold up as he goes into his 30s.
He's already 30. Yeah.
But you want to feel old?
Yes, I do.
Ready to feel old?
Yeah, let me feel.
It's well documented that Christian McCaffrey is Ed McCaffrey's son, the former Bronco receiver who played with John Elway on those '90s teams.
Nice. Run a search on Switzer. Switzer for the Cowboys.
But real quick.
And McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey was born June 7th, 1996. So
does he know what Keenan and Kel is?
So like that last John Elway, for like perspective, I remember watching the 1998 Super Bowl with John Elway where they beat the Falcons actually. I watched that was I think the first Super Bowl that I watched live that I can remember watching anyway. And Christian McCaffrey was 2 at the time. So if you're someone who can remember watching that game, you fucking old. We fucking old. Everybody's old. It's horrible. It's only gonna get worse.
Woo!
Old! Anyway.
I'm just trying to make light of the situation, man. That sounds depressing as hell.
I can't. You've known me long enough that I just say really messed up things and then package them as jokes.
I love it, man.
You know this.
That's why I hang around with this crazy guy.
That is my sense of humor. Love it or don't love it.
I'll be the Robin. I'll be the Robin to your Batman.
Switzer. Wow, I spelled it wrong. Wow,
I forgot his first name.
Switzer Cowboys. Okay. Oh wait, is he on the Cowboys? Ryan Switzer. Parents Ashley and Michael Switzer, so he is no relation to the corrupt college coach Barry.
And then the de facto coach that year after Jimmy Johnson was fired?
The winning with Jimmy Johnson's team guy.
Oh, yeah.
literally to like massage Jerry Jones' throbbing ego, which, it just literally can't even be contained by the state of Texas.
Did you just say throbbing ego? Whoa. That is some ego. Lego my ego.
We all know Jerry Jones loves having his ego massaged.
Oh my gosh, man.
Anyhow.
Dang. Okay, what do you think is going to be your biggest disappointment this year in the NFL?
Honestly...
And don't say Roberto Aguayo, because that's already a given. Hopefully you get another shot, Roberto. You didn't ask to be a second round pick, but it just stinks. So
honestly, I'm gonna go a little outside the box. My biggest disappointment, I hope not, but it's probably going to be the experience of watching football.
Dang.
Because
it depends. Like, are you talking about like bad quarterback play specifically? Like
I'm talking about all around bad play.
I'm more focused on like the bad QB play, like having like Tom Savage versus Scott Tolzien.
Well, that's part of it.
Oh God.
That's part of it, is that there's just going to be utter trash fire games that you're not going to want to watch, and they're all gonna but like a lot of them are going to end up on like Thursday nights. And you're going to be like, why the hell am I watching this? I could literally be doing anything else.
Either that,
and yet you're still going to watch it.
Either that or those London games.
Yeah, those two.
Those are always terrible, man.
And
why?
But it's not just that. This is maybe the only smart thing I've ever heard Mark Schlereth say. But I remember...
only smart thing Mark Schlereth said?
This stuck in my mind, and I can't remember where he said it or when.
You don't like stink?
I don't like him very much.
Okay. We love you. We love you, Stank. I love you.
But I remember him on one of those football talking head shows saying a few years ago that he felt like what the salary cap does in a functional sense is it forces veteran players out before they are actually sort of past their physical peak. And because teams go, well, here's this veteran linebacker, this veteran cornerback, this veteran
running back,
this veteran offensive lineman, whatever, who is absolutely still capable of playing and maybe brings intangibles, not Derek Jeter intangibles, but knowledge and sort of a wherewithal and
mentorship
awareness that a rookie can't. But teams go, well, we have a hard line we have to meet for total salaries, so we're going to cut this guy and we're going to sign the rookie who can play for the league minimum.
And you're a running back who's like, what? You're over 30 right now? Like, oh, you're 30. You just turned 30? Oh, no.
The average career gets shorter and shorter and shorter every year. It's down to like 3.5 years now, something like that. I again am too lazy to look this up to be sure, but I remember it being around 4 years, and I know it's only gotten shorter.
I mean, if you was a businessman, what are you gonna do? Like, pay a premium for someone to do a job, or pay the cheapest possible for like essentially like getting like some free labor out of like a novice that will like work for anything.
Well, my point is, I think that's just made the overall quality of all of it kind of go in the toilet, because it's a hard thing to quantify. It's a hard thing to back up with numbers, other than I guess like average career length. But that's not really. That's just sort of circumstantial evidence. It's just watching it. It just it still kind of looks like football sometimes to me, but like,
have you seen Jared Goff play football?
A lot of the time, it looks kind of like something else. It looks kind of like just a disorganized mess. And the fact that there are so many teams that seem...
varsity football?
Maybe not that, but there are so many teams that seem incapable of being competently run, too, because owners sort of get the Jerry Jones effect going, where it's not enough to just try to win. You've got to win with your guys and your way and your philosophy. It's like the ultimate test of like proving your life philosophy correct instead of just doing whatever it takes to win. And honestly, I mean, if at any point in, the past, 15, 20 years, if the Patriots had gone through, say, I don't know, 2 or 3 losing years in a row, if with Brady being healthy the whole time, I'm not sure Belichick would still be there. Honestly, I don't, because that's just the way it is. You have to immediately deliver results or you're gone. And so...
I don't know, man. He's got five Super Bowls.
He has immediately delivered results, just about. But
I mean, this job is for him to basically let go when he retires.
Yeah. But no other head coach has that luxury, and no other front office does, no other GM does. And it's very much this sort of complicated... It appears to me to be a very complicated web of, like, buddies of buddies getting jobs because they're buddies and not necessarily because they're qualified for them.
Yeah, sure.
You look at the situation in San Francisco where Jed York was perfectly willing to boot a talented coach out the door, basically because of like a dick measuring contest.
Flexes me ego.
And their attitude was, well, we don't care. We got our stadium. We don't give a shit whether the product is good or not. And, I'll give it to the Browns. The Browns try. They try and they fail. But, other teams kind of don't.
I think
the Jets try a little bit and then they tank. And then they try a little bit and then they tank. And
they can't even tank right.
Yeah, they can't even competently tank. And I don't know. This is just a long rambling about nothing. I think there's a psychological effect here where maybe I just get older and more cynical by the year, and so it's harder for me to derive the same entertainment from it. Maybe
You're like the yang to my yin when it comes to like liking the NFL.
Well, I just like. I mean, you do agree that it has changed a lot, right?
Oh yeah, it has. Like
that's not just me. I'm not nuts, right?
I think, but I also think it's changed for the better. Changed for the better in some cases because like we got like think of like the more athletically gifted freaks we got like in the league now.
It is a lot more about that now. It seems like where it's like having a Tyreek Hill type who just runs fast.
And even when we have like terrible quarterbacks and stuff, there's still like there's talent like everywhere. Like there's talent on each team. So I remember like I was in a barber shop yesterday. We were saying how this guy was saying that there would never be another 16-0 another team to go 16-0 because of the talent there. Because like the talent that's amongst these teams now. Even like a terrible team
wasn't there in 2007 though.
That's 10 years ago. Think of the athletic gifted talent that's now here.
See, I would almost argue the opposite. I think a team that for one season, by buying low on injured players, by doing, by just kind of hitting on all their draft picks, I think a team could amass a like Death Star level of talent and just run the table for a season and have a if they're maybe a team that plays in the same division as two teams that are tanking and that gets you 4 free wins.
But I guess I can think of it's like imagine, Michael Jordan in the early 90s, no one could stop him. Imagine you put Jordan with LeBron going up against guys like Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, KD, Stephen Curry, the unibrow Anthony Davis. That's a different beast of talent that Michael Jordan faced in yesteryear.
Yeah.
I think that's what that guy was kind of getting at.
Yeah, and I do see that argument. Mm-hmm. But, okay, so Tom Brady's 40.
Yep.
Manning's already retired. Aaron Rodgers is 30-something. 32, 33, something like that. Take Tom Brady out. Take Aaron Rodgers out. Like Matt Stafford's the best quarterback in the NFL. Or no, I guess Drew Brees. You gotta take Drew Brees out.
Matt Ryan.
So okay, yeah, Matt Ryan, fine. But like, okay, it's like Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford, and then
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Okay,
maybe Dak's on the come up.
Yeah, but I mean that's after only 1 year of being good, and then I don't know. To me, remember 2011, the year of the quarterback.
Oh my God!
It seemed like the NFL had so many talented.
That had Blaine Gabbert. Oh.
And what happened to that?
They all fade into obscurity.
And I guess I look around at the other sports because you brought up the NBA. The NBA's talent pool is ridiculous right now, and I would say MLB's is too because there are so like they were saying that like. It's like damn near impossible for there's a couple of positions in MLB that are just so loaded that like it's like impossible for like great players to even make the all-star team at their position because like you're playing in the same conference as Nolan Arenado, so
wow.
Fuck you. You're not going to an all-star team anytime soon, no matter how good you are.
Okay. Cool. Can I give my disappointment
that
for
was
the season?
That was rambling bullshit for no reason.
No, that's okay. I love it, man.
We're an hour deep and we haven't even gotten to Adriana yet.
That's okay.
No, go ahead.
I think my disappointment for the year is going to be the Buccaneers. Because they always keep saying how they're going to be this playoff team. They said they're going to be a playoff team last year, but they lost some key games, I think probably thanks to Roberto Aguayo. And Jameis Winston again throwing the occasional boneheaded interception, and then Doug Martin just not staying on the field either due to injury or suspension. They have all this. They don't surround Jameis Winston with all this talent. I'm hoping I'm wrong for this, but I feel like they're still gonna find a way to lay an egg, and not make the playoffs. It's that same thing. They've been talking about this team being a potential playoff team the last couple of years, and then they'll be average, or that'd be like 79 or something. I'm like, well, so when y'all gonna bust to the ceiling and reach new heights? And I want to be wrong on this, but I really feel like they're still gonna find a way to disappoint. In that sense.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of hype about that team and that roster, and I don't see it. I really don't.
I can see it, but I can just as easily see it not happening.
I don't know. It gets complicated when discussing Jameis because I feel like you have to bring up what happened at Florida State.
And then the crab legs.
And let it sit there for a second. And then it feels weird after that to then talk about football again.
Now you see why I just kind of like strictly like keep like personal life out of like NFL players out of the conversation when I'm talking about the NFL, because it protects my sanity.
Fair enough.
Because probably like half the people in there are probably not like that great of people. Who knows? And like outside of the football field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I like Deshaun Jackson. He's pretty cool. But I just have it. I have a real hard time still getting the taste out of my brain of the Greg Schiano started 0-8 team where they had like an ongoing outbreak of staph infection in the locker room that year that just kept seeming to bounce around from person to person.
Ooh.
If I remember right. It's been a while, but I remember the Greg Schiano team, and there was they had a Fire Schiano billboard in town and everything.
Ooh.
That was a dumpster fire. And Darrelle Revis was on that team.
Oh, that's right, he did. Yeah, he was on a mercenary deal in Tampa.
Yep. No, he went there, and then they were like, "Dude, you're the best man corner in the league. You're gonna play the Tampa 2." And that would be like, that would literally be like
putting Tom Brady at running back.
Hey, Clayton Kershaw, you're now a middle reliever.
Oh man.
Like, wow. Anyway.
Or trying to make Adrian Peterson be like James White catching passes.
Right, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
When he's like a, between the tackles guy.
But anyhow, that's
But football tomorrow, I'm hyped. I got the Sunday ticket. He got the Sunday ticket. And we're going to watch some football. Good, bad, and games in between.
Yep. And, I spent all that time, I wasted all that time bitching and complaining about the product.
But you going to watch it.
I'm still going to watch it.
You're going to eat that cheese.
And
you're going to eat that cheese.
Like I said, I enjoy football Sundays. I enjoy lying on the couch with my phone and my tablet and my computer out, sneaking in some video games while I watch football and
Oh, okay.
I've said this many times, not on this show, but at some point you gotta turn your brain off, and I can't fault anybody who still wants to watch and turn their brain off. I think it's important to be aware of, and I think this is where I disagree with you, I think it's important to be aware of what's going on and be aware of the corruption, but like...
Oh yeah, I'm aware of it. I'm just not paying too much attention to it just for the sake of my saying. I know there's corruption there. I acknowledge it, but I try not to focus too much on it because it's going to cause me to not enjoy the product for what it is, but what's on my TV. Because they're not showing the corruption stuff. Unless they're showing the corruption by Colin Kaepernick not being on anybody's sideline.
Right.
But
what about when Tom Brady threw those deflated footballs? That was sure showing corruption.
Oh my god.
I had to do it. I'm sorry.
The Deflatriots. Oh my god.
The Deflatriots.
It just has a flipping ring to it. Like I hate that I like the sound of that because that's a knock against our team, but that I also love how you said Ballgazi. Like Ballgazi, like
I can't take credit for that. That was all Deadspin.
We love Deadspin. Oreo, Deadspin, Oreo, Deadspin. instead of tailspin, deadspin.
Whoa.
Y'all could y'all should totally like contact Disney and just use that iteration, that little melody to make your own theme song.
Well, Disney owns ESPN.
Disney owns us.
And
Disney pretty much owns this world.
And
I hope you understand
Deadspin
that.
has like made a living off of making fun of ESPN over the years, so I'm pretty sure that would not end well for them. But I don't remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about enjoying football for what it was.
Yeah.
Being aware of the corruption and like, you know, hey, some of the guys that we cheer for, some are actually like not so good people out off the field, but enjoying the product for what it is.
I think turning your brain off is important
at
times. You can't be the struggle 24/7. It will fry your brain and it will kill you.
And make you feel depressed.
Yeah, it will. You can't do it. No.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
No human being can spend every waking moment taking on every single ounce of the world's hatred and corruption. You can't do it. At some point, you have to turn your brain off and enjoy life a little bit.
Yeah, it's like you can't spend the whole time eating all the time. You gotta take a rest from like eating. I know it doesn't make much sense, but sometimes you gotta like take a break from like activity. So
yeah, you gotta rest your body. You gotta rest your mind.
Oh yeah.
You've gotta rest your muscles because otherwise they don't recharge and are not ready for the fights that matter.
I tell you, I get the ultimate rest when I like just watching football.
Well, that's football.
Yep. So
it'll be fun.
No,
I hope
okay.
everyone enjoys football and their lame fake football teams, which we didn't get a chance to talk about, but maybe next week.
And make sure you have your salsa and your chips and your Pepsi and
quick hitter.
Vegetable trays, chicken wings.
5 seconds. What's your favorite football food?
Chicken wings.
What do you put on them? Like what kind of chicken wings?
Like barbecue or the buffalo style flavor, or ribs. I love ribs. Grilled ribs.
Grilled as opposed.
Like anything that's grilled food, like could be hamburgers, hot. Oh snap! We gonna have man. After church tomorrow, we gonna have hamburger. We're gonna have grilled hamburgers and hot dogs. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. I gotta have.
He suddenly turned into Bart Scott.
Can't wait.
No, I'm telling you, man. Like, tomorrow is gonna be a day, cause tomorrow, like, as people don't know, my mom she's like a certified reverend. So she's gonna be preaching at the church tomorrow for the first time in like a few years. We're gonna have football, and to go along with the football, I'm gonna have my girlfriend by my side, and we all gonna be eating hamburgers and hot dogs. And I also think my mother is serving up a banana pudding, man.
Ooh,
we gonna be getting it in. Gonna be getting it in tomorrow, man. This is gonna be like one of the best week ones ever.
You're gonna have a hard time staying awake after all that food.
It's okay. The Patriots already played. What? I only got the Panthers to worry about.
Oh man.
But go ahead and hit us on the last segment, man. This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna make pizza tomorrow. I'm gonna make homemade pizza dough, and I'm gonna.
You wait when I'm not gonna be around? I asked you like a few weeks ago to look for some pizza dough, and you was busy. Another time.
Plan ahead with me, and
I will. I will.
I will.
Cause like that time when I think that pizza might gave us good luck when when Malcolm Butler picked off that pass, man, to win that Super Bowl 49, man.
It was the pizza.
It was that homemade pizza crust.
You heard it here first, Dan versus D listeners. It was my homemade pizza that wrapped Malcolm Butler's hands around that Russell Wilson pass. So, you have me to blame or to thank, as the case may be.
And you guys want to eat that NFL sponsored Papa John's. I love Papa John's, but it doesn't give you that good magical powers like Dan's pizza crust does.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So, so
You hinted on this, so go ahead and inform the audience and me, because I really don't know what's going on right now.
I teased it in a previous episode. So, I alluded to, I believe in the first episode that we talked about scams. This would have been episode 2, I think.
Yeah,
we read the original
it was
unedited, unaltered Prophet JJ email.
And then you had the remix version of the Great Prophet Sam Hinkie, who's just like a staple in this show now.
But so I alluded to this. I used to get these scam messages from Facebook from an Adriana, and a long detailed account of stuff. Anyway, I found it. I did some Googling and I found the email, and I'm gonna read it to you.
You're gonna ruin the name Adriana, are you? Because like I was actually thinking about if I was ever to have a daughter, I was gonna name her that. Is that gonna ruin things?
It might ruin the name for you, and I apologize for that.
Oh well, I could always go for like my mom's favorite name for a girl, Jennifer. So
And,
that'll be a wild card name right there.
This person at the bottom, they said something about they think maybe this email was intended to maybe sort of at least put in your brain an image of Adriana Lima.
Oh no.
So possible. Anyway, okay.
Oh no.
So the weird thing too about this is that I used to get these like once a week for a while, and it was like the same email every time, which was really weird. But anyway.
Oh no. I already looked at the bottom, and I'm already not liking the direction this is going. But anyway, go ahead.
All right.
Oh no.
Babe, I guess you're not getting any of my email, huh?
Oh no.
I've been trying to email Ooh so many times, but this damn laptop is such a piece of garbage and keeps freezing, ... Anyways, how Ooh been?
Ooh been?
I say Ooh whenever there's a letter U instead of a U.
Ooh been.
To call attention to it. In case Ooh don't know who this is, it's me, Adriana, ... We used to chat a bit on Facebook, and then I think you deleted me.
Ooh.
Sad face, haha. Anyways, guess what? I got 2 things total you.
Oh no.
Both good news. One, right parenthesis, I'm single now, ...
Oh no.
Yup, me and my BF broke up about 3 months ago. And 2, right parenthesis, guess where I'm moving? Right effing Niru. Lol, you're actually the only person I'm gonna know there. Well, 3 cousins too, but I can't chill with them, lol. I remember when we chatted, Ooh told me Ooh thought I was cute and Ooh wanted to chill.
I love the ooh. It makes me think of a caveman. Ooh, ooh, say ooh, ooh, say hi to ooh.
I remember when we chatted, Ooh told me Ooh thought I was cute and Ooh wanted to chill, so now we finally can, haha. I'm kinda scared to move, ... Almost every one of these sentences ends with a ... which is kind of strange. It's like she's creating the illusion of like one long run-on sentence without actually using even the proper punctuation for that.
Wait, okay, so either she was lazy to take away one of the periods or add one more period. Either way, bad grammar.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's sort of the eternal like
Punctuation.
half-assing where you can't make up your mind whether you're at the end of a sentence or an ellipsis. But anyway.
Just like the Jaguars not able to make up their mind who they want to run their franchise as a quarterback. Oh!
You don't have any faith in Blake Bortles, huh?
I want to, but they sound so deflated, no pun intended, to the Patriots, that it just doesn't seem like. I think they're just, even if he does have like a decent year, he's just gonna be sabotaged and they're gonna get rid of him. But continue your sentence involving Ooh.
I'm kind of scared to move. I'm hoping this email Addy is still the one you use, and Ooh can chat with me before I get there.
Oh no.
Maybe even help me move my shit in. ... Are you still on Facebook?
Oh,
I
no.
couldn't find. Ooh, I was so confused.
What? Was that even English?
Those two words were UI, that's the first word, and then WASSOO. Wasso. Ooh, I was so confused.
That doesn't even sound like English, man.
Anyways, I'm gonna need someone to show me the town and take me out, so ooh better be around, bebe.
Dang.
We only chatted a couple times, but I remember thinking to myself, whoa.
Oh, wow.
The English is so bad I fucked it up. We only chatted a couple of times, but I remember thinking to myself, I wanted to get ooh better when I was single. And I
A-E-I-O-U.
I thoguth. You were cute too, but I couldn't tell ooh cause I wasn't single lol.
I really don't think you're speaking English anymore.
You know, I admire her faithfulness that she didn't even want to tell me that I was cute while she was in a relationship. That's dedication. This really is a girl you really ought to invite to stick around in your life.
Not with that punctuation and grammar.
So, Okay, so more info about me, Well, I'm 23, Virgo, Love the outdoors and love to socialize. Go out for drinks, restaurants, movies, etc. Travel, I have a little kitty named Boo, and I love her to death.
Hey, that's the nickname of my nephew, man.
I'm a super horny girl, too.
Oh, no, here it comes.
But every girl is. They just won't admit it.
That's sexist, bro.
That's horrifying. So I love watching porn and all that, love sex, etc., blah, blah, blah.
You know a
Who
man
doesn't?
wrote. You know a man wrote this.
I know.
I'm pretty certain a man wrote this.
What girl would introduce herself and then come in with a line like that?
I'm not saying
I'm a super horny girl. It's like if you were like maybe 14 and
you were trying to write like
you were on the internet for the first time and you were sort of imagining what it would be like to talk to a girl on like AIM or something.
Oh my god.
This is exactly the conversation that you would imagine having.
No, you used to talk to him on Yahoo.
Yeah, or Yahoo Messenger.
Oh my god.
Who doesn't? I really hope we get a chance to chat for a bit either online or on the phone, spelled with an F.
Oh my god.
Before I get there next week.
Either I don't know what's gonna kill me first, this humor or the bad grammar.
I hope remember me and still wanna chill and aren't married yet, lol.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, also, I need to find a job when I get there, Do have any hookups or know anybody hiring? I'd love to work in a bar or awesome-ting like that.
What?
Really, any thigin, because my current job is fun and all, and technically I could keep doing it, but I want to change, I currently work from home, and well, that's cool, but I need be out meeting people. Oh wait, I don't think I ever actually told what I did. Should I? Question mark. Okay, well, and don't get all weirded out on me. I work on a webcam chat community site and I get paid to chat people and get naked. Bomb, right?
Oh no.
Smiley face question mark. I know. Like, I figure I'm horny anyways. Why not get paid to chat with people and pee? Anyways, I hope don't look down on that, and that's not why I'm contacting you. Relax yourself, lol. I actually need help once I move, and I remembered lived there, so I'm reaching out.
Was that a euphemism? I hope you don't look down on it. Oh gosh.
You know, it might be.
Oh,
I'm not
my
convinced.
God.
I'm not convinced whoever wrote this is that clever though.
I mean, they're writing like a. They said I'm horny and everything, as if like they were 14 writing their first ever like erotic short story.
Like I said before, this computer is a piece of. Whoa. Start over.
This grammar is messing with your brain so much that you just like stumbling, man.
This is destroying me so bad. Anyways, I hope Ooh don't. Oh god damn it! I lost my
This
place.
has messed you up worse than the Eric Andre show, man.
Jeez. Like I said before, this computer is a complete piece of crap and freezes non-stop. I've tried to send this email to Ooh maybe 3 times already, and I'm hopiggin. This time I can hit send before I run into trouble. lol.
Hopiggin?
Anyways, here's the deal. Every month, Natalie, my boss, gives each of us 3 VIP codes to give out to whoever we want. So with this code, Ooh can I go in to watch me at work for free and don't have to pay like everyone else. The only way I can give Ooh one of these codes so we can chat is if you absolutely do not give it to anyone else and Ooh, only use it for yourself. I only get 3 a month and she gets pissed if more than 3 people use them, so don't share it, mister. I figured Ooh could always email me back instead, but my email account doesn't even let me log in half the time. Or me log in half the time. So whoa.
Wow.
So the Bet's Pals ought chat me is my chat room. If there's anyone else logged in when Ooh sign in, I'll boot them out, ... But remember, don't share this password, please, babe. I'm begging Ooh, I trust Ooh. I'm online most of the day now to try and save money for my move. Also, I'm in such a huge debt already for my student loan. I really think we need to chat before I get there and make sure Ooh even remember me. Haha. I've always rambled on and on. Anyways, I've rambled on and on now, and you're probably so annoyed with me, so I'll stop now. I'm gonna go start work. I really hope you come chat me. It would make my day and relieve a lot of my stress about the move, ... Really, I mean that. 4 dots this time.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, once I see Ooh inside, I'll shoot Ooh Mike L number, and Ooh can give me yours. If Ooh don't want to come chat, I understand, but it's really the only pals to find me nowadays. If Ooh email me abk, I'll probably get it once I get there after my internet is set up, so about 2 to 3 weeks from now. But I'm hopiggin to see you in my chat room. Remember, it's 100% free with this code I'm gonna give you. Just don't give it out or I'll kick you in the instead of when I see you.
Oh no. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I saw in the corner of my eye before you started reading. I was like, what the heck is this?
Ha ha ha, K-babe, I'm out for now. Chat you soon. Kisses XOXO. Adriana, free VIP bypass link.
Wow.
So yeah.
That, like I said, man, that it was hilarious, but man, it was hard to get into like a laughing group because just the devastation and the bastardization of the English language. My God, what?
I can't even properly convey reading out loud some of these things. I had to just keep going over some of them because, like, there are so many places where it's almost like someone systematically went through and took out a space between maybe every 15th word or something. And I feel like maybe that's what happened. Like, they sort of tried to build hot girl bad grammar from scratch.
Wow. Needs work.
Because I get a real sort of old MySpace account vibe from
You
know what I mean?
Like with or without like the tacky profile page?
probably with.
Ooh.
But you remember that, like,
I lost my MySpace login.
Yeah, they deleted at least one of my accounts. Because I remember trying to go back in, and I think my band account is still there, but my personal account's gone completely. Because it was just inactive for 6 years, and
Wait a
they
minute.
deleted it.
Wait. I have an idea. I actually have an idea.
But anyway,
I'm gonna see if I can Google it.
Yeah, it was.
Google my MySpace if it's still up there.
I remember back then sitting and reading this whole thing, and just marveling at it for the same reason that I'm marveling at it now. Just it's not even so much that it's not good at what it does. It is not good at convincing you it's from an actual person, but my God, it just takes forever to get to the point. I'm looking at this, and this particular page is formatted as one giant paragraph that completely fills my screen. And seriously, we are about halfway down the screen before we get to the point, which is that she is trying to convince you to click on a link to her naughty website. It takes so goddamn long to get there. It's like how the fuck do you top Sam Hinkie, the Great Prophet?
Yeah,
you can't.
You can't top the great prophet Sam Hinkie. Say, hey, if you're going through the struggle, if you need your bills paid, if you need to find a husband or make a money or win a court case or get a new job, send your prayers to and your dollars to the great prophet Sam Hinkie. He'll give you a healing. And the blessings will come on down and be raining down on you.
Maybe that should be his next career is
He's gonna be a televangelist.
Even better, one of those people that's on TV really, really late at night hawking something real weird like apocalypse food or like magic putty or something. You know what I mean? He's just on TV call in now, and this this trying to this magic meat mallet will save your life.
It'd be like the statistical basketball hoop thing.
Oh God!
It's like, hi, I'm Sam Hinkie, former general manager of the 76ers, and I know how to create a championship team. So if you want to bring your game to the next level, use this standardized, state-of-the-art stat tracker basketball goal with basketball included. This will help keep track of your missed shots, your made shots, how you dribble, the velocity of how you dribble the ball and stuff to take your game to the next level.
It'll track your draft picks and how many you've traded away to get even more draft picks.
Oh my gosh. And most importantly, it'll keep track of all your losses. So that way you're on the right track of tanking, so that way you can build a real championship winning team.
This handy winning percentage tracker that conveniently only displays numbers between 1 and 3 because your winning percentage is never going to be over 30%.
Wow. It just keeps tracks of your misses.
Right, it's just accounting stats.
Anyway, so we hope you made you laugh. I mean, we covered a lot of bases today. We're expecting this to go long. Some of the stuff's gonna get edited out, of course, probably. But
I don't want to look. It's gonna be 2. Yeah, it's 2 hours. We just recorded for 2 hours.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
God.
But for those in Florida or people that have family or know people from Florida or from the Caribbean, hopefully the people from the Caribbeans recover and get well soon from that stuff. From Irma that that came through, and hopefully with Florida, those you'll safely evacuate and find a safe place. Not taking the storm lightly, and just putting your health and your loved ones first. Just don't mess around with this, and just make sure everyone just be safe. So thoughts and prayers go out to those victims of Hurricane Harvey. Thoughts and prayers go out to those getting ready to face Hurricane Irma head on and from a distance. And so we went from that to talking about the NFL. Drink some soda pop, eat some veggie trays. Yeah, you gotta have some veggies. Eat some meat, tofu, whatever your diet is. Get your favorite snack or food or beverage of choice. Watch some football. If you don't like football, watch bowling. Just enjoy your Sunday, because come on, it's week one. Nothing beats week one in the NFL. So do that. Stay true to yourself. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and just be merry.
Take care of yourself. Tell your family you love them.
I was gonna say that. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Take your buddy and let them know that you love them too. We love all of you. As Lane Staley said, I wish I could just hug you all, but I'm not going to. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Word. One second, because I think, yep, I don't even know how he got in there. Ladies and gentlemen, my cat just got himself locked in the bathroom somehow. Hey, buddy.